Don't ignore 2026 SUVs if you're thinking of buying a luxury SUV. If you want to know what's dominating the roads, this is your ultimate buyer's guide. Let's dive in. The top 10 best luxury SUVs for 2026 and 2027. Coming in at number 10 is the 2026 Honda CR-V. In an era where automakers are constantly trying to reinvent the wheel with wild designs and controversial styling cues, Honda took a different path. They built a silent assassin, a masterclass in refinement, practicality, and understated elegance. Honda deliberately kept the design language of the 2026 CR-V clean, mature, and sophisticated. It doesn't need to shout to be noticed. The front fascia is defined by sharper, deeply recessed LED headlights that seamlessly integrate into a bold, upright grille. The body lines are longer and more pronounced than in older generations, stretching gracefully from the hood all the way to the iconic vertical taillights. This elongated profile not only improves aerodynamic efficiency, but also gives the CR-V a much more premium planted road presence. It looks less like a standard family crossover and more like a tailored European estate car. Under the hood, while the standard gas engines are perfectly adequate, the absolute smartest move you can make is hunting down the hybrid model. Honda's latest hybrid powertrain iteration is a marvel of daily drivable engineering. It combines a highly efficient Atkinson cycle engine with dual electric motors, pumping out incredibly smooth, instant torque the second you touch the pedal. It thrives in stop-and-go city traffic, darting through intersections with quiet confidence. But the real headline here is the fuel economy. The efficiency numbers this mid-size SUV delivers honestly make some traditional compact sedans look embarrassing. It is the ultimate antidote to range anxiety and volatile gas prices. Inside, Honda nailed the delicate balance between minimalist simplicity and high-quality craftsmanship. The defining feature of the cabin is the striking honeycomb mesh trim that stretches horizontally across the entire dashboard. It cleverly conceals the air vents, while giving the cabin a classy, retro-modern European vibe without trying too hard. Physical knobs for climate control remain. A massive win for user-friendliness in a world obsessed with burying basic functions in touchscreens. The seats are engineered for long-haul comfort, and the digital real estate is crisp, responsive, and intuitively laid out. Personally, I think the CR-V is quite simply one of the safest bets on the global market. It is the automotive equivalent of a blue-chip stock. It does everything incredibly well, never complains, demands very little in terms of maintenance, and somehow manages to hold its resale value ridiculously well. For the buyer who wants zero headaches and maximum utility wrapped in a handsome package, the CR-V is undefeated. Expected 2026 pricing is $31,000 to $39,000. At number 9, we have the futuristic missile, the 2026 Kia EV9. If you want to know what the future of mass-market luxury looks like, this is it. This three-row electric behemoth looks like a prop that drove straight out of a high-budget sci-fi movie set, and it represents a massive paradigm shift for the Kia brand. The EV9 is an absolute showstopper. The boxy silhouette, flat roofline, and massive proportions make it mathematically impossible to ignore in traffic. Kia utilizes their opposites united design philosophy, blending rugged, monolithic body panels with razor-sharp, hypermodern details. The front end is dominated by vertical star map LED lighting signatures that animate as you approach the vehicle, serving as a digital handshake. It is muscular, imposing, and unapologetically bold. Despite its brick-like shape, clever aero tricks, like flush door handles and active air flaps, help it slice through the wind with surprising efficiency. Underneath that imposing sheet metal, the EV9 rides on Kia's advanced EGMP, or Electric Global Modular Platform. This 800-volt architecture allows for hyper-fast charging, meaning you can pull staggering amounts of range in just the time it takes to grab coffee. When you step on the accelerator, the dual-motor all-wheel drive variants deliver brutal, instant acceleration, pinning you to the back of your seat while the cabin stays whisper quiet. The low center of gravity, provided by the massive floor-mounted battery pack, ensures that this large SUV corners with the stability of a much smaller vehicle. The real flex, however, is inside. Kia has transformed the three-row family hauler into a rolling VIP lounge. The dashboard is crowned by breathtaking dual panoramic displays that handle instrumentation and infotainment with blazing fast processing speeds. The seating is where the EV9 truly shines, offering lounge-style captain's chairs that can recline with pop-up leg rests. Ambient lighting glows from hidden crevices, shifting colors based on drive modes or personal preference, making the cabin feel like a first-class luxury spaceship. Sustainable, eco-friendly materials replace traditional leather, proving that luxury can be cruelty-free without sacrificing tactile quality. The way I see it, the EV9 is Kia's ultimate statement piece. It is a loud, confident warning shot over the bows of traditional luxury brands. It turns heads much harder than SUVs costing twice as much, offering a blend of space, tech, and electric performance that is incredibly hard to beat. The old guard of luxury automakers should be genuinely nervous. Expected 2026 pricing is $58,000 to $76,000. Hitting number 8 is the Urban Warrior, the 2026 Hyundai Palisade. If you're looking for the absolute master of value disguised as opulence, your search ends here. Hyundai has taken the three-row family SUV formula and injected it with a heavy dose of executive-level swagger. For 2026, Hyundai gave the Palisade a much bolder, more aggressive face. The front end is dominated by a massive cascading grille that commands authority in the rearview mirror of whoever is in front of you. This is flanked by sharp, distinct vertical LED daytime running lights that serve as the Palisade's visual signature. The muscular wheel arches and strong, purposeful shoulder lines give it a stance that makes it look way more expensive than its window sticker suggests. It looks like it belongs parked outside a five-star hotel just as much as it belongs in a school drop-off lane. Power comes from a silky smooth, naturally aspirated V6 engine, or its advanced hybrid equivalent. The Palisade is not trying to be a race car, and it doesn't need to be. The powertrain is tuned specifically for effortless highway, cruising, and confident passing power. The delivery of torque is linear and predictable, completely devoid of the jerkiness found in some heavily turbocharged competitors. Paired with a meticulously calibrated suspension system, the Palisade glides over road imperfections with zero drama, providing a magic carpet-like ride quality. Step inside the cabin, and this is where Hyundai absolutely cooks the competition. The interior of the upper trim levels is a masterclass in affordable luxury. We're talking about diamond-quilted Napa leather, open-pore wood trim, and a microfiber suede headliner that practically begs to be touched. The dashboard features giant high-resolution digital displays for both the driver and infotainment, seamlessly integrated under a single pane of glass. Insanely good sound insulation, including acoustic laminated glass, keeps wind and tire noise firmly on the outside, making the Palisade feel dangerously close to a six-figure European luxury SUV. My take: the Palisade is the ultimate family hauler for people who secretly want a Range Rover, but also enjoy having reliable transportation and money left in their bank account. It delivers 90% of the ultra-luxury experience for a fraction of the cost, making it one of the smartest buys in the entire automotive industry. Expected 2026 pricing is $42,000 to $55,000. Best for value-conscious luxury seekers and large families. Number 7 is the comeback king, the 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser. After a brief hiatus that left off-road enthusiasts heartbroken, Toyota brought the legendary nameplate back to the masses. They listened to exactly what the people wanted, and they delivered an absolute masterstroke of automotive nostalgia blended with modern engineering. Toyota abandoned the bloated ultra-luxury aesthetic of the previous generation and brought back the rugged, squared-off, boxy styling that everybody begged for. Honestly, it looks incredible. It pays massive homage to the iconic FJ series of the past. Those retro-inspired round LED headlights, mixed with a blocky grille and modern off-road aggression, make it feel instantly iconic. With short overhangs, a high belt line, and chunky all-terrain tires, the 2026 Land Cruiser looks like it is perpetually ready to conquer a mountain pass, even when it's just sitting at a stoplight. Under the hood sits Toyota's brilliant turbocharged hybrid setup, specifically the iForce Max powertrain. By sandwiching an electric motor between the turbocharged four-cylinder engine and the transmission, Toyota has created a monster that delivers massive low-end torque, exactly what you need for rock crawling or towing. At the same time, this hybrid architecture keeps fuel economy surprisingly reasonable for something this heavy and capable. It rides on the global TNGF truck platform, featuring serious off-road hardware like locking differentials, a disconnecting sway bar, and a robust four-wheel drive system. Inside, the Land Cruiser drops the pretense of being a soft luxury cruiser. It is durable, highly practical, and built to survive actual abuse instead of just mall parking lots. The physical buttons are chunky, designed to be operated while wearing gloves. The materials are rugged and easy to clean, yet it still features all the modern connectivity you expect, including wireless Apple CarPlay, massive digital displays, and a premium JBL audio system to soundtrack your adventures. It is utilitarian luxury done perfectly. From my perspective, the Land Cruiser is not just transportation. It is a global status symbol. It transcends class. A billionaire can drive one, and an overlanding enthusiast can live out of one. This thing has rabid, dedicated fans in America, the Middle East, Australia, and literally everywhere in between. It is a legendary badge attached to a brilliantly executed machine. Expected 2026 pricing is $58,000 to $74,000. At number 6, we have the luxury predator, the 2026 BMW X5. BMW essentially invented the sporty luxury SUV segment decades ago, and with the 2026 model, they proved they still know exactly how to dominate it. It is the perfect synthesis of Autobahn-storming performance and high-end luxury. For this iteration, BMW sharpened the design even further. The X5 has always had a muscular stance, but the 2026 model looks actively predatory. It features slimmer, more aggressive LED headlights that flank an illuminated kidney grille. A controversial touch for some, but undeniably striking at night. The sculpted hood, massive air intakes, and wide rear haunches give it a stance that looks intimidating whether it is parked at a country club or flying down a passing lane. It is a masterclass in dynamic tension. While the base engines are fine, ignore the bass trims. The real sweet spot in the lineup is the turbocharged inline-six engine, paired with BMW's silky, smooth hybrid assistance. BMW makes arguably the best inline-six engines on the planet, and in the X5, it delivers a tidal wave of power. It is brutally fast when you ask it to be, yet it remains incredibly composed. The X-Drive all-wheel drive system and adaptive M suspension work in perfect harmony, defying physics by making this heavy SUV handle like a dialed-in sports sedan without sacrificing an ounce of ride comfort. Inside, BMW went full tech overload, creating a cabin that feels straight-up futuristic. The centerpiece is the massive BMW curved display, which houses the digital instrument cluster and the infotainment system behind a single sweeping piece of glass. The software is lightning fast and highly intuitive. Below the screens, you will find stunning details like crystal glass controls for the gear shifter and iDrive dial. At night, the customizable ambient lighting strips transform the cabin into a glowing, high-tech lounge. The seats are infinitely adjustable, heated, ventilated, and can massage you on your drive home. Personally, I think the X5 perfectly balances luxury and aggression better than almost anything else on the road right now. It caters to the driver who needs a family vehicle, but refuses to give up the thrill of driving. It is refined, fast, technologically advanced, and undeniably prestigious. Expected 2026 pricing is $69,000 to $92,000. Taking the number 5 spot is the electric disruptor, the 2026 Rivian R2. Following the massive success of their flagship R1T and R1S, Rivian realized they needed a more accessible mid-sized option. The R2 is their answer, and it is poised to absolutely shake up the EV market. I honestly think Rivian could become the next massive cult brand in America if they play this rollout correctly. The R2 feels fresh, innovative, and deeply purposeful in a market full of bland, uninspired crossovers. It caters perfectly to the modern outdoor lifestyle while being an absolute joy to drive every single day. Expected 2026 pricing is $45,000 to $60,000. At number 4 is the heavyweight champion, the 2026 Ford Explorer. The Explorer has been a foundational pillar of the American SUV market for decades. In my opinion, Americans love this thing because it perfectly nails the family vehicle formula. It is big, highly comfortable, endlessly practical, and powerful enough to handle fully loaded cross-country road trips without breaking a sweat. It is the quintessential American family workhorse, refined for the modern era. Expected 2026 pricing is $41,000 to $59,000. Number 3 is the financial cheat code, the 2026 Toyota RAV4. You cannot have a conversation about SUVs without talking about the reigning king of global sales. The RAV4 is a phenomenon, and for good reason. It is arguably the smartest financial decision you can make on 4 wheels. For 2026, Toyota wisely chose to refine the winning formula instead of reinventing it. Honestly, that is exactly why people keep buying these things like crazy. The design continues to lean heavily into its rugged side. The chunky body cladding around the wheel arches, the wide truck-like grille, and the sharp LED lighting make it look significantly tougher and more capable than most sleek city-focused compact SUVs. It looks like a miniature Tacoma, and buyers absolutely love that aggressive utilitarian aesthetic. While you can buy a standard gas version, the hybrid all-wheel drive setup remains the real star of the show. And let's not forget the Powerhouse Prime plug-in hybrid. Toyota has been perfecting hybrid technology for over 2 decades, and it shows. The powertrain is bulletproof. My honest view? Buying RAV4 is basically buying peace of mind. It is a vehicle that completely removes automotive stress from your life. This thing refuses to die, requires nothing more than routine maintenance, and the resale value borders on ridiculous. You can drive it for 5 years and sell it for a margin that will make you look like a financial genius. Expected 2026 pricing is $32,000 to $41,000. Runner-up at number 2 is the viral machine, the 2026 Tesla Model Y. It is the vehicle that single-handedly normalized electric vehicles for millions of people. Despite fierce, mounting competition from legacy automakers, the updated Model Y proves exactly why Tesla continues to dominate the global EV conversation. Tesla gave the updated 2026 Model Y, incorporating their long-awaited design refresh, a much cleaner, sharper front end. The slightly bulbous face of the older models has been replaced with a sleek aerodynamic profile that cuts through the wind like a bullet. I think the Model Y dominates because it makes advanced technology feel cool, accessible, and effortless all at the same time. It is essentially a high-performance computer that you happen to drive. It changed the industry forever, and the 2026 iteration keeps it safely ahead of the pack. Expected 2026 pricing is $44,000 to $61,000. And finally, claiming the absolute #1 spot is the future king of luxury SUVs, the 2026 Lucid Gravity. If you want to know what the pinnacle of automotive engineering and design looks like in this decade, you're staring right at it. It is a vehicle that doesn't just raise the bar, it completely shatters it. This thing looks absolutely unreal in person. Lucid designed the Gravity with an obsessive focus on aerodynamics, resulting in ultra-smooth flowing curves that look like they were carved by the wind itself. The front end features a razor-thin sweeping lighting signature that gives it an incredibly wide, aggressive stance. The proportions are fascinating. It feels long and low, looking more like a luxury transport spacecraft than a traditional SUV. It is expensive, yes, but it is a revolutionary product. It makes almost every current luxury SUV, gas or electric, suddenly feel distinctly old, heavy, and outdated. The Lucid Gravity is not just the best SUV of 2026. It is a monumental leap forward for the entire automotive industry. Expected 2026 pricing is $82,000 to $120,000. Now I want to hear from you. Which SUV would you actually park in your driveway? Comment your #1 pick below, and don't forget to subscribe for more future car rankings, reviews, and luxury SUV updates.